Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome to the Splatoon 3 Fresh Season 2024 trailer review. I didn't know that a trailer was going to be coming out today. I woke up, looked at Twitter, and Nintendo does what Nintendo does best and just magically dropped one on us. But I am super stoked. I've already seen both of them, and I just kind of want to react to them for you guys. I love these trailers so much. We're going to go through a little piece by piece, starting with the side order information, and then we'll go on to the basic, normal Splatoon 3 season stuff. So, without further ado, let's just jump straight into it. Here we go. Side order I've been super looking forward to for a very, very long time now. It's a roguelike style game, which means that you just go through levels and levels of increasingly harder to beat enemies. You get upgrades along the way, can build your character out the way you want to. Think games like Hades, Enter the Gungeon, Binding of Isaac, that sort of thing. So super excited for this.
Welcome to Inkopolis Square.
Thank you. There's going to be some talking in the background.
District now lies abandoned.
I'm going to do my best not to interrupt it too much. But love the aesthetic that they're going for, like the dead coral kind of style. And then the song in the background is, I'm trying to, that's not Ebb and Flow, is it? I can't remember, but it's a Splatoon 2 Splatfest song. I'll put in the actual song right now. Alright, so we got the Spire of Order. That's our, like, level system.
Experience
Here it is.
Designed to be replayed over and over
Oh my
again.
gosh, I'm just so stoked. Okay, now I will say the numbers that we see right here, I'm gotta get used to this. Give it a sec. They kind of remind me of Risk of Rain. Risk of Rain will actually tell you the damage numbers that you're doing. I just thought that was interesting. Not really important. But you can actually see the Pearl drone helping you out. We have the dualies. Little known fact, black ink is hardly used anywhere in any of the Splatoon games, so it's kind of cool to see it. But this stuff is mostly entry diegetic stuff. You can see a lot of the interesting course clear mechanics, but we'll get there.
Floor selection, color chip enhancement, and objective completion.
Alright, so there you go, that's the gameplay loop. It's pretty easy to understand, and they'll go through each section individually, so we can talk more about that there. Okay, I will for a sec I will pause here. These colors of ink are way not, I don't know, they look very different than what we're used to seeing. But it's also confirmation that you won't just use like the dualies or the brush that they had in the promotional material. We can see the Luna Blaster here and the Tri-Stringer. So that's very exciting. I just love the outfits too, they look so cool. But I'm getting sidetracked. Okay. Sorry. This is Oct, as she's referred to in-game. This is actually the artist known as Deadfish in the, you know, like audio side of Splatoon. And Oct has actually made music for a lot of the single-player campaigns, so it's kind of cool to see her in person. She's green because she's quote-unquote sanitized. That's some Splatoon lore. I'll let someone else take care of that. But she's actually in-game. I'm sure I'll throw something on screen to give you some reference. But yeah, really cool. She'll be helping you out. You'll go through the elevator, go through each of the levels.
However,
you know the drill.
Go up one floor at a time.
Okay, we'll get back to this. And this obviously looks like a boss. Maybe this is the ending. Not sure. There doesn't look to be anything above it. I'm sure that'll have some importance later. But we'll keep moving. Alright, here we go. So now it gets a little more interesting. So we have these points here, which I don't know if the trailer ever goes through what they do. But then this is your floor selection. And by choosing each of these floors, you'll get one of these squares, which is the way that you upgrade your character, which is super cool. And I think the way that they're going to do it is that each weapon has their own unique things as well as some basic things. So we have the dualies here. This enables your dodge roll, just turns it on. That's nice. And you can actually, as you can tell here, you can deal damage with it, like the roll itself, with a different color chip. And so that's interesting. Main ink coverage, you know, getting ink on the ground easier. Max Lucky Chain, I don't believe is explained. Interested to see what that means. Maybe like hitting enemies in a certain order or like taking out enemies really quickly will increase maybe the amount of this you get. Not sure. And of course, better rewards. Take harder floors to beat. Easy, normal, hard. Maybe there's a level even above that. I also really like the way they name the floors. It's very computer science, like code, naming, scheme-esque. And I love that. We have the dashes. I think there's some underscores occasionally. I'm a computer science major, so that kind of like, that scratches an itch for me. But yeah, there you go. There's your squares. And you can even tell that each square has their own upgrade. So this ups it by 67%, which is crazy, but you can go even more, up to 5 times. The dodge roll just turns it on, as you can see. Really? Am I that bad?
One floor at a time.
Give me a second. I'm bad at this. But yeah, that simply just turns it on, while some of the other ones can be individually upgraded as well. But we're jumping ahead. Let's keep going.
Nicely. Conditions include...
Okay, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have jumped ahead. I forgot to mention that each floor has their own clear condition, which I brought up earlier in the video. So you can kind of see them here by the names, but they'll explain it more. So we'll just go into that.
So choose wisely. Conditions
so
include...
destroy the portals.
Destroying the portals from which hordes of enemies appear.
There you go. Didn't need to explain that.
Chasing and defeating enemies.
That's pretty interesting. I like this one a lot. You have to chase a like fast-paced enemy here.
Chasing and defeat.
And I think that's really cool because that incentivizes using some weapons over others. So maybe you'll see, oh, I have the Luna Blaster, and the chase the enemy gives a really good thing, but dang, that's going to be really tough because I have the Luna. So maybe you try to build up like ink swimming up or something like that, and you can see there's like 3 of them that you have to get through. Not sure what these on the side mean. This looks like a killer whale. Probably going to end up being a some form of like ultimate or special. Sorry.
A ball
this is very reminiscent of the 8-ball tasks from Octo expansion in Splatoon 2. You just had to move a ball around a stage. So I guess that's what this icon meant in the previous one. So there's that. Probably avoiding the ink geysers, and I'm sure there's going to be enemies too. So that's interesting as well. Some weapons like chargers or blasters might have a harder time moving this consistently as compared to a shooter type weapon, that sort of thing. So very interesting there.
And more.
There you go. Now this is cool. I like this because this is, you know, zones in the competitive mode, and so you have to like keep the enemies from getting the ink. Also, I just noticed the chain over here. We don't see them. I guess every enemy that you splat will increase your chain, and that lucky chain that was in the beginning probably has something to do with this, so that's interesting. But it doesn't last very long, and we don't see any enemies. Hopefully, I'll be on the lookout for that in the future. Also, I'm loving the music, man. It's like very glitchy, like cyberpunky almost. Really like that. Okay, so we got 3 more things. Can special drop, I think refers to you get your special. So when you splat an enemy, they have a chance to drop the can special, and then you can use that. Main firing speed, that's pretty obvious. It can be upgraded 5 times. Explosion knockback is really cool. I'm assuming that when you splat an enemy, it'll send them backwards and they'll explode and deal damage. That's probably just an on-off. Maybe it can be increased, like the radius of it can be increased. Not sure. But you can tell the disparity between these, like the easy 30, 40, and then 235 for the hard. Is pretty insane. And it's based around the Explosion Festival floor. So I'm assuming you get these chips before the floor and then can use them. So that's very interesting.
Your selection, you will receive color chips. Place them on your palette for enhancements.
And then here's the palette. This is 10 by 4, I believe. Can I count correctly? 9 by 4. Thank goodness I caught that. I probably would have. Anyways, so that's 36 chip slots. Not sure how many total floors there are. Maybe it's an endless kind of thing. I think the way it works, and this is just me spitting stuff out there, each of these, like these are the upgradable ones, I'd say. So even if you upgrade a chip, it's still an extra slot that you have to use for it. So is it worth it to get all the way to the max upgrade? Maybe not. Who knows? I think 36 should be more than enough to get whatever you want. But just something interesting. It's a little bit of a limitation.
Increasing your firing speed.
But we've never really seen anything like this, like to amplify your main weapon, other than maybe not even. I don't think even main power up in the previous games did this. So actually changing like the numbers on your weapon,
Or
really cool.
raising your damage output.
Obviously damage, that would be self-explanatory. Something interesting here, you can tell that the weapon is pretty upgraded. You see those little discs down there. But also, and I'll see if I can get it. Sorry, we gotta go into slow speed here. Look how cool this looks. I love this. The like geometric patterns with your weapon attack, I just think that looks great. It probably wouldn't show up very well on weapons like shooters, but you can see it super well here with the roller, and you can kind of see some of the upgrades more. So I just love the look of that. The aesthetic behind it looks great. As you can tell, dualies don't usually roll more than twice, 4 times with a Tetra, so it's interesting seeing them roll quite a few times. I'm sure that's an upgrade. Here's your types, power. These probably go together. As you can see the little lines below them, they don't specifically say any of them. This might be the upgrade paths as well. Support, range, mobility, lucky, we still don't really see much about, and drone, referring to Pearl as the drone.
Unlocked.
And here's Pearl right there. Pearl's palette, yeah, that's just the palette. So you can kind of see some of the things. Ink damage has a very large upgrade path. Splash damage, sound wave damage. That might be from Pearl herself. It looks like this is a Splatana. So we have horizontal splash speed. And main damage at both ranges, which is interesting. And ink recovery rate. This looks like knockback. So just things like that.
Use different
Very interesting.
combinations to customize your palette to your liking.
Okay, so I was right. Each of these upgrades does take their own individual slot. So it's not like, oh, we'll just stack onto this one. Like, you have to dedicate it to that. So that'll make your runs very interesting, the way you want to build stuff out. Oh, we missed some drone stuff. I'm sorry. Oh, wait, no. Okay. So this is Pearl. You can tell that she can do her own thing quite a bit. So this is the sound thing I think it was talking about. She can use bombs, it looks like. And you can see that each of those things has their own upgrade. So if you just want to make Pearl completely busted, you could, which I think is hilarious. Like, you could just go for a completely busted Pearl run. And I would love to do something like that on one of the episodes that I do of this. I think it would be hilarious.
Example, you can adjust the features of your main.
All right. I don't know if you saw it there, but just pay attention to Agent 8 and the speed at which the Splatoon is used. Oh my gosh, that's insane. And we kind of have like a tower control thing here. That's going to be one of the objectives. I apologize, I'm really bad at this.
You can adjust the features.
So you move it up, it sprays ink, awesome. This looks like just defeating the big enemies. And then there's the can with the special gauge up, so then you can charge it again. Not sure what this little rainbow CD vinyl looking thing is. I'm sure there's some important to that. There's the max chain of 10. I said I was going to look for it again. This probably has something to do with luck, and it looks like they have some luck-based palettes too. Maybe you can increase your chain. I'm not sure what this does. Maybe it increases your stats. Who knows? This was one thing that threw me off. Look how big this bomb radius is.
Widen the explosive
Oh my gosh, that's absolutely insane. You're hitting enemies over here for thousands of
range
damage.
of your bombs.
Incredible.
You can also upgrade the Pearl drone.
You can tell, so Pearl Drone, I don't know where the ink strike is coming in from. That might be from Pearl, maybe that's what this icon does, maybe this activates a random special. But we have rain right now, so it doesn't make any sense for us to use that. And you can also tell that there are different specials and subs for each kit. So, like, you can use different weapons and use different subs and specials, I think. I'm not sure if, like, the Brella has this kit, or you can change that out. Maybe, not sure. But we'll have to keep an eye on that.
You in combat.
All of these weapons look
even if
really
your current
sick as well.
loadout isn't quite fitting, you may continue to make progress.
There we go, to see some more stuff. Another special. Good deal. Alright. Here's the objectives that it kind of goes into a little more. We can see some, I don't know what the key is. It'll explain what these pearls are later. Not sure what the vending machine looking thing is. It doesn't really explain that. Here's the hard type level. There we go.
Objectives and enemies will attempt to.
So this is just so sick looking. Like, oh yeah, let me just grab my Splatana out of thin air. Sure.
Attempt to block your path.
There's Kraken. Okay, no, that is confirmation. So this is the Splatana, and this has a different kit than the Splatana previously. So I think you can change your kit. I could be wrong on that. But the dualies did have slider. Okay, I'm not sure actually. We'll just have to see when that comes out. But yes, you can die, and that forces you to restart, as you can expect. So there's the keys up there. There's some points. All your squares.
Additionally, you will forfeit all color chips obtained.
There you go. So when you die, all your chips get converted to points.
However, they will be converted into a currency known as pearls.
Just go to pearls.
Use pearls to acquire permanent upgrades before your next run.
So here it is. So in some games, this is not a thing. I believe, like Risk of Rain, Binding of Isaac, you can't like upgrade yourself personally throughout, like, in between runs. You just change your character. And here, similar to something like Hades or Enter the Gungeon, yeah, you can actually upgrade yourself and make it easier on yourself using pearls, so you can get better stuff. Maybe more lives is what you want, that sort of thing. You can kind of tell these little boxes are smaller and getting gradually bigger. I'm assuming that means that the amount of pearls that it takes to get up to that max thing is a lot more expensive. Some people may not want to use these, which I get. I'll probably use them. I don't know. Maybe I won't. Who knows? I wonder if you can like scrub these and like do a run without any of them. Who knows?
To give you a fighting chance in completing
objective. There you go. You can kind of see there's some sort of barrier here, so I'm assuming that protects you from enemy attacks or ink shots. So that's pretty cool. We seem to have a lot of enemy types. You can tell that when Agent 8 rolled, it activated something. Right there, you can kind of see the explosion, and now the dually shots are doing way more damage. Are firing way quicker. So that's interesting.
Floor selection,
there you go. That's the basic loop. I'm super stoked. It just looks like a ton of fun. There's the stringer. This is the stringer of the I think that's the bass stringer. I don't know. That might be the bass stringer kit. I forget. Here we go. We got some more stuff. There's what the spotling looks like. Looks incredible. I think every single weapon type is going to be available, which is really exciting. I don't know if you choose that beforehand or if that's something that you can change. And then we have a dark level here. That's kind of interesting. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of variety. Sick looking splashdown animation. Oh my gosh. So sick. That looks like a big boss fight, which was shown off in some of the promotional material. You could kind of see here, if we slow it down, this is the squid roll, and it does damage, and a lot too. So that's something that I think is really interesting, is like kitting out some of your things to do more damage. I think we'll see in the next section, that's in the actual trailer, the dodge roll from the dualies actually does damage too, so that's interesting. But very cool. Going to slider.
Wave 2 of the Splatoon 3 expansion.
There you go. Something there. Picked up the this little like disc-looking thing, similar to the disc thing that I pointed out earlier.
Wave 2 of the
and it releases some big explosion. Not sure what's going on there. That might just be part of the video. But yes, February 22nd. That is next Thursday. So a week and 2 days from the time I'm recording this, time it came out.
The Splatoon.
And then you can actually get some of the stuff for Turf War and stuff. Oh, all the replica gear. Wow. Okay, that's cool. Now, it's the very basic version. It'd be cool if, like, as you played or as you got more points or maybe more splats, if it, like, upgraded over time so it would look more full. But you can see the little pearl headband there, the outfit, the boots. Looks great. Super exciting. So, that's awesome. So, I'm going to pull up the second video. It has more, just a little bit more side order stuff, so we'll get to that, and then we'll get to the main stuff. Alright, here we go. So, I've skipped ahead on this trailer. We're going to review this stuff last. Since we're doing side order stuff, we'll just get into this. There's not a ton more that we see here. A little bit of gliding with Pearl as she's able to shoot. Very cool. I think there's, like, a couple big things that are to be looked out for. There we go. We got Ox. We see a couple more things. So, armor drop. It appears that the armor from, like, the normal game, you'll be able to grab some of that and protect yourself, so that's cool. Sound wave damage, I think, is on the Pearl bot, so interesting on that. Dodge roll attack, as I said, if you dodge with the dualies, you do damage. Really cool. There it is in gameplay. Very cool aesthetic. I think it looks sick. Pearl from her live concert outfit is here. And we actually see her. It's not just the drone, so that's interesting. So maybe we'll see Marina in that sick orange jacket from the live concert. So that's cool. We have a brush going on. Splatana. Oh my gosh, that charger had no charge up time. What? That's interesting. Gets like the Grisco one. And then we see that like weird cloud thing a lot. Not sure what's going on there. And upgraded Tri-Stringer. Looks sick. Alright. So there's all the side order stuff. Hopefully you aren't too bored yet. Because we have the main stuff to get through. New maps, some new weapons we're going to go through. Slow on that as well. Now, I will say that side order will come out a little over a week before this season comes out. So, just something to keep in mind. This is March 1st. Side order comes out February 22nd. So just keep that in mind. We can actually see Pearl and Marina in their outfits. I think it'll show another shot of it. But yeah, we have a new airport stage. Looks really good. Here we go. We got an airplane taking off. Just like us. Okay, so you'll notice here, to all my Splasher fans out there, you're getting splashed down. I'm sorry. It is what it is. It's kind of sad. I'm sure that's not what most people would want it, but there's your Splasher. This looks like a Dread Ringer thing. I don't know if we'll be able to see the stuff on that. Here's your Squiffer, so another Squiffer. That's exciting. Some new gear. Looks really good, like sporty type weapons. Okay, so we get some more stuff. We have the Splatter, or the 4K custom. This looks like a unique Flingza, and this is something deco. I went way too far ahead. We're gonna have to slow it down, because I did not catch it. Okay, yep. Alright, let's slow it down real quick. I'm gonna see if I can catch what that is. I also forgot to mention new music. That's like my one big thing. How did I forget that? So that's exciting. So that looks like the 52 deco. Because 96 already has a deco, so that probably wouldn't be shown off. So there we go. So that's 6 new weapon kits so far. So, not bad. Here's the airport stage. I love airports, which is not a... That's like... A lot of people disagree with me on that. I don't care. Fresh Season 2024. I love the style of this. So as you can tell, this is a very... It's smaller, but there's a lot of paths you can go. I kind of see this as like a Robo Ramen, but with only one floor, which I'm okay with. And we have some ink lines, too. Very exciting. Some fans that we don't see hardly ever in maps. So that's really cool. I don't know if we're seeing any other weapons that we haven't seen already. Here's the new Brella, which looks to be like a hybrid between the Brella and the Bamboo, out of all things. The Bamboozler. So, Recycle Brella 24 Mark 1. Very long firing range, as you can see here. It's a little inconsistent, but I don't know what the gimmick on the... Oh, wait, I think I do know what the gimmick on this one is. Can it shoot out of the Brella? I think so, yeah. Don't quote me on that, but I think once you launch the Brella, you can actually shoot from it. I can't tell. It kind of looks like that, but I'm not sure. There's Pearl Marina and their cool outfits. Awesome. If you want to go check out the live concert, you can. We have some new dualies, which is exciting. I'm not sure what the gimmick of them is, but it reminds me of the nozzle hose because, like, the hose, very, very long range shooting. But that's about all we see. It's just, like, very tight spread, long range. Think something like the Squelchers, but a little more consistent is what I seem to get from that. Maybe they shoot in bursts. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on there. What's super unique. Who knows? There's your E-liter. Awesome. We got fans. Something has a suction bomb. Great. Alright. We have new Salmon Run Arena. I love the look of this one. It looks absolutely awesome. I don't play a ton of Salmon Run much anymore since I record videos, but still super excited for that. New Splatfest stuff. So I think the next Splatfest won't be in time for this. But we've got some weird, like, bomb-looking things. Um, the Fizz Bang. So for Splatfest, not sure what's going on there. But it looks pretty cool. It looks like fireworks. So I think that'll be really unique. But yeah, there's everything. The fresh season, March 1st. Really excited. I think Side Order is the most excited I've been for a Splatoon thing, other than like just a mainline game. So really, really looking forward to that. Don't worry, I'll have content out for that. So be on the lookout for that. My goal is to record a video Thursday night because that's probably when it's going to come out, and then post it hopefully that next morning. So be sure to like and subscribe so you're notified when that comes out. Really, really looking forward to that. Hoping to make it like an episodic thing. So maybe I do an episode of Road to Raw on Mondays, and an episode of like a run of Side Order on Fridays, or something like that. Or maybe Side Order is just an extra thing that I post on Saturdays. Who knows? Haven't decided yet. But something like that, I think it'll be really cool. But yeah, Fresh Season looks awesome. We've only seen one stage and 2 new weapon types so far. So hoping that they introduce something else, or maybe another stage. Or, I don't know. I'm not really expecting a ton because Side Order is ginormous. So not a big deal. But yeah, really looking forward to this. The trailer looks awesome. I'm stoked. But yeah, be sure to like and subscribe so you're notified when my next videos come out. If you're looking for Road to Raw stuff, I have a video recorded. It will be posted on Friday. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I'll see y'all in the next one.